Show me a story. Writing your own picture book. Show me a story. There are many kinds of picture books. Some are not fiction. They give us facts about real things. Others are fiction. They tell stories from the author's imagination. Most picture books are written by one person and illustrated by another. We won't be learning much about illustrations in this book. For now, it's all about the writing. Our example, Webster's Wish. It's a work of fiction. Read the story first, then go back to page 5 and start learning about many tools authors use to put stories like this together. Webster knew the alphabet backward and forward. He liked all the letters, except for one, V. 201. Stories can be divided into 3 parts: the beginning, the middle, and the ending. The beginning is the start of the story. 202. In most picture books, two basic things happen in the beginning. First, we meet the main character. Characters are the people, animals, or creatures in the story. The main character is the one character who appears most often. 203. Second, we get a hint of a problem or struggle that will shape the story. Here, we meet Webster and learn that he doesn't like the letter V. V was all right for spelling words like view and Valentine and vamoose, and it was certainly a fine choice for the word love. Webster just didn't want to fly in a V shape all the time. 204. In the beginning of the story, we also learn where and when the story takes place. This is called the setting. In a picture book, the illustrations will tell parts of the story. For example, the settings for Webster's Wish is the outdoors on the ground, and in the sky over a stretch of warm, nearly cloudless days. The words of this story don't tell us this, the illustration shows us. I love this book. He went to Sir Graybill, the leader of the flock. Sir Graybill, of course, flew at the very tip of the V. Can we try a different letter? Webster pleaded. Can't we do something new? Sir Graybill considered Webster's request. He gazed at the other geese. He squinted into the sky. Webster held his breath. 206. In good picture books, problem solving happens when the characters take action, but the problem isn't solved right away. Here, Webster goes to the leader of the flock. Will his letter problem? Will Sir Gray say yes? Finally, Sir Graybill shook his head. Some of the geese will be afraid to fly in a new letter shape, he said. The V is all they have known. They might get confused. No, a new letter might lead to trouble. Nothing but trouble, snapped his wife. 207. Dialogue is what your characters say to each other. Good dialogue does lots of things. It tells us more about what the characters are like. It helps move the story along. It gives the reader information, and it's a great way to make your characters come alive on the page. New letter, a disaster. Webster walked gloomily away, but he didn't stop dreaming of other letters. What would it feel like to fly in a complicated K, or a curvy C? Or he shuddered with delight, a swirling, soaring S. The way characters feel can be just as important as what they do. We see that Whisper is sad, and we remember what's it like to feel let down because we feel what Whisper is feeling. We care more about what happens to him. During grazing time, Whisper scratched letters in the dirt. He made A's and J's, D's and Z's, I's and Y's. What a dreamer, chuckled one goose. Yeah, said another, we should be proud of our V's. Our V's are perfect, said a third goose. A third goose said, not just any kind of bird can fly in a V. It takes real skill to do what we do. That's true, Whisper admitted. But he went on dreaming of R's, T's, and Q's. Oh yeah, Tour 8. The main part of the story is called The Middle. In the beginning, we were introduced to Whisper and his problem. Now we are going to find out what he does to solve that problem. Tour 9. The things that happen in a story are called the plot. Each event should be connected in some way to the one before it. One afternoon, a goose named Twigs waddled over to him. What? Whisper asked crossly. Are you going to put me down too? Not at all, Twigs said. We have been watching you, Whisper. You leave a trail of letters wherever you go. And some of us are starting to see things your way. Oh, these are great, but a little variety never hurts anyone. The other geese clucked and nodded. Whisper grinned. In that case, I'll call to order the first meeting of the new letter crew. 2:10. The turning point in a story is the moment in which something important changes. Webster's problems are still there, but now we start to believe that he might just find an answer. He isn't alone anymore. He's got the new letter crew to help him. Together, the geese scratched more letters in the dirt. Carefully, they considered each one. They argued, they laughed, they giggled and groaned. Tour 11. Picture books can show events in two ways. A scene is like taking a video camera and hitting the record button. Things happen right in front of the reader. Tour 12. In summary, time is pressed together. The reader gets an idea of what happens, but doesn't know the details. This part of the story is summary. We don't know what the geese are saying, and that's okay. All we need to know is that they are working together. The summary quickly gets us into the next part of the plot. When they came to a certain letter near the end of the alphabet, they all had the same idea at once. Well, knock me over with a feather, Webster exclaimed. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. We can do this, Twigs said. We can really do this. Tour 13. Sometimes the reader knows something that the characters don't know. Sometimes the characters know something that the reader doesn't know. This builds suspense. Here, Whisper and the new letter crew have made a discovery, but we haven't been told what it is. The new letter crew went to tell the others. Soon all the geese were nodding, even the old-timers. We will practice right now, announced Sir Graybill. We will fly over to Farmer Cap's pond, gather around everyone and number off by twos. It will lead to nothing but trouble, warned Sir Graybill's wife, but in all the excitement, no one paid any attention to her. The suspense builds. We still don't know what the geese have in mind, but the warning from Sir Grayspill's wife makes us wonder if the plan will go smoothly. The takeoff was confusing. Geese flapped and bumped and bumbled in the air. And then there it was, a little willy-nilly at first and a little wobbly, but very dignified.
Definitely.
But very definitely. Tour 14. What exactly are the geese doing? We still don't know, but we are getting closer and closer to finding out. The most exciting moment in the story is called the climax. A.W. Tour 15. A good ending should answer the questions that were raised during the story. The ending shouldn't be rushed, but it shouldn't be dragged out either. The reader should feel pleased. Webster tried something new, and his idea worked. And this is the geese's W. Let's review. These are the 15 tours you need to write great picture books. The beginning. 1. Of a picture book introduces the main character. 2. And the problem. 3. That will move the story well, and when the story takes place is called the setting. 4. In the picture book, illustrations. 5. Share the storytelling duties with the text. Not everything in the text will be shown in the pictures. Not everything in the pictures will be explained in the text. Characters take action to solve their problems. 6. Good dialogue. 7. Give the reader information and moves the story along. The middle. 8. Of the story as well, most of the action takes place. The story events are called the plot. 9. Every event should add to the overall story. At the turning point, we start to believe just might solve the problems. Events can be shown as we start to believe that the characters just might solve the problem. Wait. Events can be shown as scenes. 11. Or summary. 12. Suspense. 13. Can move a story forward. It keeps the reader turning the pages. What will happen next? The suspense builds until the reader reaches the most exciting moment in the story, the climax. 14. The reader should feel pleased with the ending. 15. of a picture book, the questions that came up during the story should be answered. And this is getting started exercises. I'll give you some time to read it. And here is writing tips. I'm going to read this one, I think. The best way to learn how to write a picture book is to read lots of them. Then read them again and again. Take notes. What do you like most about them? Picture books don't have a lot of words, so every word counts. One word that fits is far better than several words that aren't quite right. Read your work out loud. Do you stumble over certain words or sentences? See what you can change to make your story easier to read. Draw boxes on a piece of paper to stand for each page of your book. Write a few words or draw a small picture to show what is on each page. This is called a dummy. A dummy will help you see your story.